Making calls. On the inside of your quick reference guide, right here, it tells you the basic options that you have for making calls. To call out, you'll dial 9 and a number. System will select a line for you, and it will put your call on your very first call button.
Good afternoon.
Last number redial on this system works similar to the way it is on cell phones. If I push my redial button, my display shows me the most recent call that I've made, the most recent number that I've dialed, and I can either dial that number, the last number, by pushing the button under the word dial, or by pushing my redial button again, and it will dial that number for me. But the other thing that I can also do is I can push my redial button, and I can scroll through previous calls that I've made. When I find the call that I want to redial, I push the dial button or the redial button again, and it will place that call for me. If I want to find out when I made this call, I push my select my menu option labeled NND, that stands for name, number, date, and time, and that shows me the date and time that I made that particular call. So that's the last number redial feature. Phone book is also a feature that is similar to what we're all familiar with on cell phones. One slight difference though is this system has 3 phone books. It has a personal phone book, which has just phone numbers that I've programmed into my phone on it. It has a system phone book, which has numbers that are shared between all users in my system. And it has an extension phone book, which allows me to look up other extensions at my location. To use the phone book feature, you press the phone book button, or once again, if you don't have a phone book button, there is an access code for the phone book feature. It is *0. Once I've pressed my phone book button or dialed *0 on my display, it shows me my 3 phone books: personal, system, and station. Personal are the outside phone numbers I've programmed just into my phone. System is the large list of shared numbers, and station is other extension numbers within my office. So let's go ahead and pick the system list. It tells me system speed numbers, enter first letter. Well, let's say I wanted to call someone whose name started with the letter R. What I do is I push the number 7, because 7 has P, Q, R, S on it. So as soon as I press 7, it says scroll on P. I press it again, there's Q, and again there's R. Tells me to use my volume keys, scroll up to the entry that I want, and if I wanted to place that call, I would press the dial button. If I want to view the call, I push the view option, and of course I can exit. So that's the way the phone book feature works. Once again, it also works for internal extensions. Same process. Phone book, I pick station, enter the first letter, I'll select G, and there are my extensions in the office here that all start with G. And of course, to call whoever I want, I would push the dial option on my menu. So that is the phone book feature. The system also has traditional speed dial. If I've programmed in a number in my personal speed dial, I can just press my speed button, enter the bin number like 01, and it will dial that number for me. On the back of your quick reference guide, actually here inside back panel, customizing your telephone. This tells you how to program your personal speed dial, change your name, and do other custom settings on your telephone. So that information is in your quick reference guide as well. And that's it on making calls.